Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about Animaniacs Turkey Jerky. Okay, let's say you're watching a bunch of Thanksgiving specials, animated Thanksgiving specials, ones that are primarily made for children. And you hear the story of Thanksgiving a lot of times. You hear about Miles Standish, you hear about, how tough it was the first year, you hear about the first Thanksgiving, you hear this over and over again. And they're all very respectful. They basically, tell you what the first Thanksgiving is for the kiddies. They don't really get into any of the other issues with the, colonizing America and everything like that. And those are fine. They basically do what you'd expect them to do. And I watched a bunch of those with my daughter last year. We watched, the Peanuts. We watched a slew of them. I forget them all. And I felt like Peanuts, both the one year with where they make their own Thanksgiving and the one that tells the whole story of Thanksgiving, which I think is part of This Is America, Charlie Brown. I think there was a Sesame Street one. I think there was another one. There was a bunch. I forget them all. Point is, we watched a bunch, and then we watched this. And this plays like a revelation. Because I really got to hand it to Animaniacs with this. Because this is such a great episode. Particularly, I would venture to say, and I'm going to say it right now, it is the best Thanksgiving special. Because it is the only Thanksgiving special that actually considers trying to be anything different. Everyone else is like, let's be together, let's be really respectful of the holiday, people really love this holiday. And the Animaniacs are like, fuck that, we're the Animaniacs, which is what I love which is what everybody loves about the Animaniacs. So what this is this was the 46th episode of the Animaniacs. It was part of season 1, but on Hulu for some reason they counted as season 2 episode 12 or something. I don't understand what that's about, but basically it is the 46th episode of the original run of Animaniacs. The Animaniacs, basically what happens is Miles Standish, who is not accurate to period at all, but does that matter in this? No. Because I think in real life, when this took place, he was in his 60s. But he, or maybe, I didn't look it up that much, but but he goes off and they want to do a feast, and they need to get a turkey. Fun fact, there was no turkey at the first Thanksgiving. That was something someone decided later. I don't know, but it wasn't there. However, he decides to go off and get a turkey. The turkey he decides to get is the pet of the indigenous Animaniacs, who are basically acting as the Native Americans in the scenario. And they basically mess with him like he's Elmer Fudd, who also has a cameo, as well as Skippy and Slappy as well. They basically mess with Miles Standish over and over again, putting him in therapy at one point, talking about his gerbil who he killed, taking away all of existence, so he feels lonely, basically breaking this guy down so he does not kill and kidnap their turkey. And this is a lot of fun. I really love this episode. I watched it last Thanksgiving and I loved it. I watched it a couple times before doing this, and it is such a great episode because it really actually has fun with the first Thanksgiving. It doesn't take it very seriously, while also having actual names and things that were in the first Thanksgiving, which is such a weird two thing. I would say it's juxtaposition, but it isn't. It's just they were let's remember some of this crap, but not think about being respectful about it, because who gives a shit, it's Thanksgiving. And the idea of it being a holiday has almost nothing to do with the actual legend at this point. It's really just about coming together. So it's just who cares, just throw it up in the air and have a cool Bugs Bunny cartoon. Animaniacs is like watching 3 Bugs Bunnies or something, and that's the whole energy going on throughout it. It's just it's very loose, it's very crazy, it's very perfect, and I love Turkey Jerky a lot. This did air originally on November 22nd, 1993, which was a couple days before Thanksgiving in 1993. The Wheel of Morality says its thing is don't eat with your mouth full. I guess that's the only other Thanksgiving related thing in this episode. But I may have watched this at the time. I do not really remember it, but I was watching Animaniacs pretty daily, and I probably did because I'm a real 90s kid, unlike the rest of you fake motherfuckers. But this is just such a great episode because it's just if you watch a bunch of Thanksgiving specials and you're yeah, I guess Miles Sanders, They were like too square for England, and they moved and stuff. And like, but this is just like, let's just have fun with this. This is so silly, and it is amazing. I love it. They basically like to destroy the mental health of Miles Standish, which is wonderful, and is sort of what Thanksgiving does to everyone. So it totally, absolutely works. I really love this special. I highly recommend it. If you are getting into the new reboot, season 2 just came out when I at press time or whatever. But this is a fun thing to put on, especially with the kids, because it gives you that crazy Looney Tunes, or really Animaniacs energy, and just throws the whole legend of Thanksgiving into a wood chipper and puts it all back together. And maybe it doesn't look right, but it's a hell of a lot of fun to watch. So if you have seen Animaniacs Turkey Jerky and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.